Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a decent night. And I said I was going to do this in the last video I posted about Rocky Wirtz, the owner of the owner and chairman of the Chicago Blackhawks, who passed away. And I said in that video that I was probably going to do a little more in-depth timeline, and I'm doing it because if I wouldn't have done it now, if I'd have waited till tomorrow, as it's currently 2:40 a.m., I would have forgotten to do it. If I would have laid down, gone to bed, I guarantee I would have forgot about it. So I'm doing it now, and it's definitely it's kind of a cool little timeline. But before I get into that, if you are new to the channel and you love hockey, or if you're just new to hockey in general, I'm very, very happy you're here. And if you enjoy the sport like I do, like we all do, it would be very greatly appreciated if you would hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded, you can tap that little bell, and it will notify you anytime video is uploaded. I'm getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers, and I've set a goal to see if I can get to 2,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is September 8th. And I would really love to get there, and it would be one heck of a birthday present, and I wouldn't be able to thank you guys enough. And so hopefully 2,000 subscribers by my birthday would be an awesome birthday present, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. And then once we get to 2,000, then hopefully they just keep moving up from there. So with that said, let's talk about the Wirtz family. The Wirtz family, move it in here a little bit. It's the one problem with the ring light here. Even if I have it up higher, it still ends up, you can end up seeing it on the board, which kind of stinks. But because it kind of covers up, what I've got written down here. But I will obviously discuss that as it gets down here. So the Wirtz family timeline here. It started out with Arthur Wirtz. He started a realty company in 1926. He then founded Wirtz Beverage in 1945. So he had a relatively successful realty company. Then founded a beverage company, which they did pretty well in. And in 1954, he bought the Chicago Blackhawks. So he buys the Blackhawks in 1954, and he basically had control of it from 1954 until 1967. Now this is when Bill Wirtz, William / Bill Wirtz comes in. Bill Wirtz, Arthur's son, he becomes team president in 1967. He takes over as team president while Arthur, his father, becomes chairman of the board. So he becomes chairman of the board, or Arthur becomes chairman of the board. Bill was not real popular in Chicago. He was definitely not real popular in Chicago. He had an interesting nickname because he kind of had he didn't like to spend a lot of money. And this is probably one of the reasons why the Chicago Blackhawks were such, in the late 90s and into the 2000s were such a bad team. he wouldn't spend money. The Blackhawks, even though they're an original six team, he kept them on a tight budget. Didn't like to spend any money. Didn't like to go out and get free agents. Didn't like to do a lot of things. And needless to say, the fans in Chicago were real popular. He was not real well liked with them because they called him literally Dollar Bill. Because that's basically what, he was very, very stingy. Very, very stingy. And so the fans in Chicago didn't really like that too much. So that's one of the reasons why they were not the best team for the longest time. Ended up in the draft lottery a lot. Draft lottery, though, kind of ends up paying off, though. He passes away in 2007. So after he passes away in 2007, his son, Rocky, takes over. He assumes control of the Blackhawks in 2007 after his father, Bill, passed away. And Rocky, with the help of getting a couple number one picks in there, being able to draft Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews to really, solidify that team. And this team then started turning it around. A team that was in the bottom of the league started making their way up. They end up, I believe it was 2009, they made the conference finals. I think it was 2009, they made the conference finals where they lost to Detroit, where then Detroit ended up losing to Pittsburgh. But 2009, that was a sign. It was a sign of things to come. Because with Rocky in charge, being able to draft Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, all that, getting the core for this Blackhawks team to become a 3-time Stanley Cup champion with Rocky Wirtz at the helm. 2010, 2013, and 2015. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then, of course, they had the issues. They had the issues with Kyle Beach and all that, and that was a big, definitely a big black eye for the organization. Well, Rocky's son Danny, he was handed day-to-day operations in 2015. Rocky then, who did basically what his grandfather and his father had done. He moved up to be the chairman of the board. So just like Arthur moved up to become chairman of the board to let Bill Wirtz take over, Rocky comes in, does the same thing. He's handed day-to-day operations while Bill becomes chairman of the board. And then Rocky does the same thing. He comes in, he becomes chairman of the board, and his son Danny takes over the day-to-day operations in 2015. And Rocky remained chairman of the and Rocky remained chairman. And then Danny became CEO of the Blackhawks. He became CEO of the Blackhawks in December of 2020. He also serves as an alternate governor to the NHL. And now with his father passing away, of course, his father Rocky passed away here July 25th, 2023. So Danny not only takes over, he's day-to-day operations. He's the CEO, and now he basically takes over the ownership of the Chicago Blackhawks. He takes over ownership of the Blackhawks and the United Center. Because that's the other thing that the Wirtz family had, is they owned the United Center. So not only did they own the Blackhawks, but they owned the United Center too. So it's all one big thing. And so Danny takes over, and we'll see what Danny can do. We'll see what kind of owner Danny can be. And of course, he's got his siblings there. I think they said he's got 4 siblings. So I think the Blackhawks will be in good hands. I mean, they've been owned by the Wirtz family since 1954. So I think they're in good shape. I think the Blackhawks will be okay. And and Danny kind of knows what's going on. I mean, he's been the CEO. He's done the day-to-day operations. He's the CEO. He's the chief executive officer of the team, of the business. And now, with his father passing away, he now takes over, and he's the guy. He's the top dog now of the Chicago Blackhawks. And of course, I think I think as an owner, I think he's got something good to look forward to. The Blackhawks just recently winning the draft lottery, drafting Connor Bedard, getting him signed, and hopefully the Blackhawks will be on an upward trend. And hopefully in the next couple of years, we'll see this team back in the playoffs, and you never know. With Danny Wirtz at the helm, maybe we'll see something like this again with Connor Bedard and whoever else they can get. Never know. I think it'd be kind of neat. 2010, 2013, 2015, they reached the top of the mountain, and we'll see what Danny can do. So again, condolences to the Wirtz family. Obviously, condolences to Danny and his siblings for the loss of his father. And yeah, I think the Blackhawks will be in good hands. And yeah, we'll see if Danny can help do what Rocky did. Help build this team up into a contender and maybe a Stanley Cup contender. I think that would be absolutely awesome, because these guys draw an original 6 team. Original 6 teams, they draw money, they draw ratings, they draw fans. So having the Blackhawks be a good team is good for the NHL. It's good for ratings. Brings in money. So let's hope the Blackhawks can become a team to be reckoned with here in the next couple years. And with Danny Wirtz at the helm, I think that can happen. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Danny will do a good job? I'm hoping he does. And yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you if they like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed it. Also, again, if you want to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded, you can hit that little bell, and it will notify you anytime future videos are uploaded. And again, trying to see if I can get to 2,000 subscribers by September 8th, which would be my 46th birthday. That would be an awesome birthday present. And again, I'd love to have you all there along with me. So again, let me know what you guys think of of Danny Wirtz taking over. Hit like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.